and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammers deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. Bronco baseball for you here today on Extreme Sports. No score here in our second ball game as we head to the bottom of the first inning. This will be Jaden Stone coming up to the plate to lead things off for the Broncos. He'll be followed up by Jordan Albertson, who's going to be the designated hitter for the Broncos here in game number 2, with Alisker Descartes going to be batting in the number 3 hole for Hastings. Elijah Barrett will follow them, followed by Tristan Martinez and Mason Bowser. Bottom third of the order, Jared Delgado, Ronnie Crosley, and also Ben Richter for the Broncos. Riley Rauch going to be the pitcher here for a Waldorf. There's a hard fly ball out toward center field, going to be grabbed out there by Lucas Romero. So Jaden Stone gives that baby a ride, but right out the center fielder in Romero. So Stone goes down as he flies out. Jordan Albertson is going to come to the plate next for Hastings. Albertson did not play in the first ball game. He's a .286 hitter for Hastings. He's got 6 base hits and 21 trips to the plate, 4 doubles for his extra base hits. He's got 5 RBIs. He's walked 4 times and he has struck out 5 times. So Jordan Albertson, a left-handed hitter, will assume the role of DH here in this ball game as he steps to the plate here. First pitch to him is going to be down low. The second one's going to be right across the center portion of the plate for the strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rauch, he's 1-2 on the season here for Waldorf. His earned run average at 9.26 as he gets the call here for the second half with a twin bill today. 3 appearances in 3 complete games. They checked that 3 appearances and 3 games started for Riley Rauch. There's a ball that's going to be hit into the air. It's going to be in foul territory, third base side. Riley's thrown 11 2/3 innings for the Warriors. He's given up 19 hits and 12 runs, 12 of those earned, 5 base on balls and 5 strikeouts. Team's hitting .358 against him. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a called strike right at the knees on Albertson, and he goes down. Nice pitch thrown there by Riley Rauch. Jordan Albertson goes down. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Rauch. And now coming to the plate is going to be Jared Delgado. The lineup card they sent us for the second ball game was like a puzzle. We had to try to put it together. Jared Delgado will bat here in the number 3 spot. And the pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. Marcus and I both tried to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I was never good putting puzzles together, especially the 500-piece puzzles, and this was kind of like the lineup card we received out of the Hastings dugout here for game number 2. So Delgado is your hitter. The count to him is at 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. Is going to be inside for a ball. And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Delgado in the first ball game struck out twice, flew out twice, and grounded out once. He was 0 for 5 in game number 1. So here comes the next pitch to him. He pops this baby up third base side, foul territory, giving chase, and that's going to fall across the chain link fence down there. Battier could not get to it, the third baseman for Waldorf. So a long strike, and the count to Jared Delgado is going to be at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings losing the first game to Waldorf here this afternoon, 8-7. Waldorf had 12 base hits in that opener. Ground ball to short, picked up there by Mason Smith, throws to the first base, and the Broncos go down in order here in inning number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the second inning with a score, Hastings nothing and Waldorf nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Need a power boost after a serious workout? Stick with the original recovery drink. Highland Dairy's chocolate milk contains 13 essential nutrients, including protein and electrolytes, helping you build muscle and hydrate better than water. Our Chocolicious milk is perfect for building healthy bones in little ones and maintaining bone health in adults. It's chocolate milk with no artificial growth hormones, and it's locally made, so you know you're getting the best for your body. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare, 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Hastings College Baseball brought to you in part by Tom Dinsdale, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, by Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, and by Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. We enter the second inning of play. No score between Hastings and Waldorf here in game number 2. Waldorf is going to have 5, 6, and 7 in their batting order coming up there. Tyler Watalka, also Lucas Romero, and Isaiah Martin. If one of those guys get aboard, we'll see Dylan Battier, who is playing at third base today for Waldorf in game number 2. Alex Wilson again is the pitcher for Hastings here in this second ball game. So Watalka will come to the plate here to lead off the Waldorf half of the second inning. A left-handed hitter here for Waldorf as Wilson works from the stretch with nobody on the base pads, and the first pitch is thrown in there for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Tyler in the first ball game, he had a single in his 5 trips to the plate. An RBI single in the first inning. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Waldorf stealing a victory from Hastings in game number 1, 8-7 in 8 innings. Since that game went into extra innings, this one will be a 7-inning affair here in game number 2. Watalka wearing number 5 with that purple jersey here this afternoon for the Warriors. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike around the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waldorf, a team in here from Forest City, Iowa. They've got a long road trip after they complete the doubleheader today. 7.5 hours to be exact. I've made it twice now. Once for the football season and once for the basketball season. It'll be a late night for the Warriors getting back to Forest City. Count to Watalka is 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a big swing and a miss and a strikeout. He strikes out. Strikeout victim number 1 in the ball game for Alex Wilson. And Lucas Romero will come to the plate next. Romero is the center fielder. He bats here from the right-hand side. Romero played in center in game number 1. Had a couple of base hits against the Broncos the first time around. Struck out twice and grounded out once. So he was 2 for 5 at the plate. Lucas Romero will take a strike here. 0-1. Here's the next one. It's going to be up high for a ball. Romero started the day with a batting average of .298. Same outfield for Hastings here in game number 2. Mason Mauser, Jaden Stone, and Tristan Martinez out there from left to right. There's a ball that's going to be hit in the gap out there in left center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. It's going to roll to the wall at 405 feet away. On his way to second is Romero. He's going to stretch this baby to third. Head first slide down there at third base in a triple. Lucas Romero finds the gap out there in left center field, and Romero slides head first into the bag at third base. A triple here for Lucas Romero in the second inning. Isaiah Martin is the next guy to come to the plate here for Waldorf. Tell you what, the Warriors have got some sticks up and down the lineup. Again, they had 12 base hits in the opener against Hastings. They recorded a hit in the first inning here. A triple by Lucas Romero in the second inning of play. And now Isaiah Martin will come to the plate next. Martin, a .250 hitter on the season. He struck out 3 times in game number 1. Had a base on balls, and he flew out to left field. No score between Hastings and Waldorf here in the second ball game. We're in the second inning of play, the top of the second. Next pitch by Alex Wilson is going to be fouled away on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. You're listening to Hastings College baseball action here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. The 4th game of a 4-game series this weekend between Hastings and Waldorf. There's a ball hit by the second baseman of Hastings into right field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Isaiah Martin gets an RBI single here for the Warriors. That drives home the first run of the ball game, and Waldorf has now got a 1-0 lead over the Broncos as Dylan Battier will come to the plate next here. Battier did not play in the first ball game for Waldorf, so he's up there for the first time here today for the Warriors. He's got a 118 batting average on the season, 2 base hits and 17 trips to the plate, 2 RBIs, no walks, and he's got 8 strikeouts as he comes to the plate here. And the first pitch to him is going to be outside and down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. We got a courtesy runner running over there. That's going to be a Drake Feathers. There's the ball, gets away from the catcher for Hastings, and running down to second base is going to be Isaiah Martin. So a pass ball on Jared Delgado. Now Waldorf has got a runner out at second base, moves back into scoring position. The count here at the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. The next pitch is going to be down low for another ball. 3-0 is the count here to Dylan Battier. No walks and 8 strikeouts for this guy this year. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball, and he walks him, and now runners are on at first and second base. Mason Smith is going to come up to the plate next. Waldorf is now 6-12 on the season. Hastings is 3-13. And now the home plate umpire is going to come out and have a couple of words with the pitcher for Hastings and Alex Wilson. He returns back to the dish now, and coming up to the plate is going to be Mason Wilson, the shortstop. He started the day with a batting average of 200. He had 1 base hit in his 4 trips to the plate in game number 1. He was hit by a pitch, flew out to right field, and he also grounded out in the ball game. So Mason Wilson will come to the plate with the runners on at first and second base here. Waldorf has got the lead over Hastings here in game number 2. It is 1-0 as we play here in the top half of the second inning. Wilson going to be working for the stretch here. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Mason Wilson. He is the number 9 man in the batting order for the Warriors. As he pops this one up, it's going to get out of play. Comes back straight at us. And the count down with 1 ball and 1 strike. Mount Marty is playing at Doane today, the only other baseball action going on in the Great Plains Athletic Conference today. Here's the next pitch to Mason Smith. That ball is going to be fouled away on the first base side. Mount Marty has beaten Doane in the first half of their doubleheader in Crete today, 8-2. Hastings again losing to Waldorf 8-7. Women's basketball getting started here. The finals of the Langston Regional down there. Dakota Wesleyan is playing Langston for the right to move on to Sioux City next week. That little regional was postponed earlier, moved back a day because of the wildfires that they're having down around the Langston area. They got that tournament started the other night for the first round games on Friday and had to suspend the game because of the wildfires around the Langston Arena. So they played Saturday and Sunday. Everybody else played Friday and Saturday. There's a bouncing ball left side of the diamond. Going to be grabbed there at shortstop. The throw over to third base is going to be in time to record the out. That catches the force out on Isaiah Martin over there. Nice play at shortstop by Crosley, our shortstop, over to the third baseman for the Broncos, and Ben Rector to record the out. Catches the lead runner down there. Mason Smith is going to reach on the fielder's choice. Runners are on at first and second base now with 2 men out for Waldorf. There's a ball hit to left field, and Mason Mauser is going to be able to grab it on the run. Great job out there in left field by Mason Mauser. I thought that one had a chance to fall out there down the line, but Seth Mifflin is going to fly out to Mauser out there in the left field. That probably saved a couple of runs right there. A nice grab by Mauser out there in left field. But Waldorf comes up with a run to grab the lead here in the second inning. 1 run on a couple of base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The score, it is Waldorf 1, Hastings 0. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for broasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
Mike Will and Marcus Metcalf back here at the Duncan Field in Hastings as we begin our coverage of Hastings College baseball for another season here exclusively on Extreme Sports. The Broncos trailing now here in the second ball game, 1-0 to Waldorf. Elijah Merritt is the guy at the plate here for Hastings College to lead off the second inning of play. 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order here for the Broncos. Merritt, Tristan Martinez, Mason Mauser. One of those guys get aboard. And we'll see another guy coming to the plate here. And again, we'll double check that. As again, we had to piece together the lineup card as they brought it to us for the second half of the doubleheaders. Not as accurate as the first one they had. Merritt fouls away the next pitch here. No balls and 2 strikes. He's playing at first base today for the Broncos. Next pitch is going to be down on the carpet. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Merritt had a double, a triple, and a single in the first ball game. Struck out the only other time up there. Fouls away the next pitch here. And the count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elijah Merritt. .294 was his batting average to start the ball game here this afternoon. There comes the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Riley Rauch is the guy throwing out there for a Waldorf in the second ball game here today. Here comes the pitch to the plate. There's a ball hit to the left side, grabbed by the third baseman. Long throw to first base. That's going to be in time to record the out. Rauch played at second base for Waldorf in game number 1. So Elijah Merritt, he grounds out to the third baseman to begin the second inning of play. Tristan Martinez coming up to the plate next. Broncos had 7 base hits in game number 1. Tristan Martinez coming to the plate here. He had a double and a single in the first ball game. Reached on a base on balls and a fielder's choice. He started the day with a batting average of 182. As he comes to the plate here in the second ball game, he pops this one up. It's going to be in shallow center field, backing up your second baseman. That's Rendoni, and he makes the catch right in front of the center fielder and Lucas Romero. So Tristan Martinez flies out officially to second base, but in shallow center field. And now Mason Bowser coming to the plate next. Bowser is playing out in left field. Bowser with a single, struck out, flew out, and lined out in the first ball game. Started the day with a 286 batting average as he fouls that one down the third base line. No balls in, 1 strike. Again, the Hastings College women's basketball team will play in the round of 16 up in Sioux City next week at the Tyson Event Center. There's a swing and a miss there. Bowser now behind the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Hastings will play a number 1 seed in the Kramer quadrant of the NAIA National Tournament, Bethel of Tennessee. 1 o'clock ball game on the Thursday. We'll have it for you here on Extreme Sports beginning at 12:45. There's a high fly ball there as Bowser is going to fly out to second base. So an easy inning for the Warriors of Waldorf. They get the Broncos down in order here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the third inning with a score. Waldorf 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
There's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Got it, the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf with you today here on Extreme Sports. Bronco Baseball brought to you in part by Industrial Irrigation, also by Bossaman Energy, and by the Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Hastings. Very pleasant day here today, a mostly sunny sky. Temperature in the 40s once again today. Yesterday, very windy conditions. In fact, we're sitting at 53 now. 53 as we play here in this second ball game, with winds blowing out of the south at about 11 miles per hour. Blowing toward the left field corner here this afternoon. So it's Waldorf back up to the plate here in the third inning. Alex Wilson stays out there for the Broncos. Cameron Rendoni is at the plate here for the Warriors, and he fouls away the first pitch here. Rendoni flew out to center field his first time up there in this ball game. Bats here from the right-hand side. Next pitch is going to be down low. He wanted to pull the trigger, and they appealed down to the base umpire. He didn't make a ruling on it. He probably didn't see it. Rendoni didn't go around with anything there, but they appealed down to the base umpire. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rendoni in the first ball game walked. He flew out to right field, laid down a sacrifice, flew out to right field again, and had a triple in the 8th inning. Scored the winning run, but turned out to be the winning run in a decisive 8-7 win for the Warriors in 8 innings over Hastings College in game number 1. Next pitch is outside for a ball. Here comes the 2-2. It's on the way. Outside and down low. And it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brendan McElvey is up next there for the Warriors. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. It's on the way, and it's going to be down low for a ball. So they lose him. Alex Wilson was ahead of the count and loses Cameron Rendoni. A base on ball is given up here by Alex Wilson, and that's going to bring up Brandon McElvey next. That's going to be the first walk of the ball game given up by Alex Wilson. There's a throw over to first base. That's not in time as Rendoni is back in there. McElvey, the DH in this ball game, reached on a fielder's choice the first time up here in game number 1. Had a couple of singles in the opener here this afternoon. As the pitch comes to him, it's going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Alex Wilson again, the pitcher for the Broncos here in game number 2. There's a check swing foul. 1-1 is the count now. Marcus Miller was the starter for Hastings in game number 1. Actually threw pretty well. Went 6 innings, gave up 9 hits and 5 runs. 2 base on balls and 4 strikeouts. Caden Holm and Jaden Jurgensmeyer came on for the Broncos out of the pen. And eventually lost the game to Waldorf, losing to the Warriors 8-7. Throwing to first base is not going to be in time. Diving back in there is Rendoni. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Brendan McElvey here at the plate for the Warriors. Wilson again looking toward the first base. Rendoni is back in there, but no throw this time from Wilson. Alex now comes set as he looks over his left shoulder toward first base. There goes the runner at first base. The pitch is outside to throw down there. Is not going to be in time, and the ball gets away. But staying in second base with a stolen base is going to be Cameron Rendoni. Gets a good jump down there at the first base. The throw down there by Jared Delgado. Got through there. Not in time as Rendoni swipes second base, and now he moves into scoring position here in the 3rd inning, with the Warriors already out on top by a score of 1-0. The count to the plate is at 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is going to be drilled to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Around the bag at third is going to be Rendoni. He's going to come home, and it's now a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Warriors. Brandon McElvey gets an RBI single to center field. Drives home Rendoni from second base. Now 2-0 is the score. The Warriors have got the lead. And Adius Smith is going to come to the plate next. He grounded back to the first baseman back there in inning number 1. So he's 0 for 1 here in this ball game. Adius in the first ball game had a single and a double against the Bronco pitching staff. As the pitch is going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. 4 base hits already for the Warriors here in game number 2. Hastings with a goose egg through 2 innings. Next pitch is going to be fouled away, and the count will be at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2 here to Adius Smith in this 3rd inning of play. A run is in. Runner is out at first base. Nobody out for the Warriors as Alex Wilson works here with the Broncos. The pitch is going to be inside. It gets away from Delgado, but the runner is going to stay at first base as the ball just goes trickling down the first base line. No balls and 2 strikes here. Or 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count here to Adius Smith. Runner taking his lead down there at first base. He's going to stay put. The pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Wasalka is up there next. Tonka. Can't read my old writing. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be a hit out toward left field, and it's going to be grabbed by Mason Mauser for the first down here. As Adius Smith is going to fly out to left field. Runner stays at first base. That's McElvey. And now Tyler Waitalka will come to the plate here for the Warriors. He struck out his first time up there. Tyler in the first ball game, he had a single. He also was hit by a pitch. He had a walk, reached on a fielder's choice, and he popped one back to the pitcher. His plate appearances in game number 1, which was won by the Warriors over Hastings, 8-7. 2-0 is the score here. The Warriors with a lead. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Waldorf in their purple jerseys here this afternoon. Their white bottoms. Hastings in their white bottoms and their black tops. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man out. Next pitch swung on and missed. Big cut there by Waitalka. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the first baseman for Waldorf. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be swung on and missed, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Alex Wilson now for Hastings. Lucas Romero is going to come to the plate next. Romero had a triple the last time up there. Batting in this number 6 hole. Romero in the first ball game had a double and a single. Struck out twice and grounded out once. Started the day with a batting average of .298 for a Waldorf. First pitch to him is going to be outside the strike zone. 1-0 is the count. Here's the next one. Outside and down low. 2 balls and no strikes. So Lucas Romero batting here in the 3rd inning of play. Runner is on at first base with 2 men out. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out toward left field. Shallow left field. And finally the ball is going to be lost by Mauser. And runner is going to go to second and third base. The shortstop, Crossley, he went out there. Mauser was out there, and just some miscommunication out there in the left field. That one falls for a base hit. And Lucas Romero is going to take his second base as well. So runners are on at second and third. Just those costly mistakes. That one won't show up anywhere as an error, but it certainly was as it falls for a base hit. Just miscommunication out there in the left field. And now Waldorf has got runners on at second and third base. A run is in here in the 3rd inning. And here's Isaac Martin coming to the plate as he sends that ball out to right field. Drifting over to the line is going to be Tristan Martinez, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over here for the Warriors. But Waldorf, they come up with 1 run here. 1 run on a couple of base hits, no errors on Hastings. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score, Waldorf 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are houses to make into homes, businesses to be built, and friendships to enjoy.
Someday's gonna be one day soon.
Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field in Hastings, we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 2-0 ball game as Waldorf has got the lead. Women's college basketball at the end of the first quarter, Dakota Wesleyan is leading Langston to score 21-18 as the Tigers look to punch their ticket for Sioux City coming up next week. They're playing in the finals of their little regional down in Langston. Dakota Wesleyan with the early lead over the host Langston, 21-18 after one. All right, it's Hastings batting here in the third inning of play. Hastings trailing in the contest by the score of 2-0. Alice Descartes is the guy at the plate here for Hastings. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. So the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch way up high for a ball. And the count now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alice Descartes, .359 batting average to start today. Had a base hit in the opener for Hastings in game number 1. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ronnie Crossley, the shortstop, would be next here for the Broncos. We're in the third inning of play. This is the bottom of the third. This game will be a 7-inning affair because the first game today went 8 innings. So this will be the 7-inning affair here in this doubleheader. Descartes fouls away the last pitch, and the count to him is at 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ground ball towards shortstop. Is going to be gobbled up there, and the throw over to first base is going to be in time. Mason Smith making the play there for the Warriors, as Descartes is going to be retired on the play here. 6-3 officially. Ronnie Crossley coming up there next. He is the shortstop. He will bat from the right-hand side. Crossley in the first ball game for Hastings. He batted in the number 9 hole. Reached on an error and had a single. Recorded a walk and reached on a fielder's choice. So kind of a mixed bag there for Ronnie Crossley in game number 1. Pitch to him here is going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. He started the day with a batting average of .222 for the Broncos. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is a fastball. It's going to be right down the pipe there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jaden Stone would be next. Broncos have been down in order the first 2 innings of this ball game. Pitch here is going to be down low for a ball, and we're now even up on the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben Richter would be next for Hastings. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be fouled away toward the Bronco dugout, occupied down here in third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ronnie Crossley, the shortstop for the Broncos. Riley Rauch looking in for the sign. He's got it, and the pitch is going to be in there for a cold strike in the outside corner. And Crossley goes down. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game now for Riley Rauch. Now coming up there is going to be Ben Richter next. Richter is the third baseman here in game number 2. Richter also played at third base in game number 1, but he batted in the number 2 spot as he pops this baby up. That's going to be caught by the first baseman there in Tolka. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Broncos go down in order. So nothing offensively for Hastings here in the second ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the 4th inning of play with a score. Waldorf 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the number one sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at the Duncan Field in Hastings. Second game of two between the Broncos and the Warriors here this afternoon. Hastings losing the first game to Waldorf in 8 innings, 8-7. Waldorf has got the lead here in game number 2. It is now a 2-0 affair here. As Dylan Battier coming up to the plate for the first time for Waldorf. He did not play in game number 1. Battier reached base back there in inning number 2 with a single. So Battier comes up there for the second time here. And will take a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike, and have 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order here as he hammers this one out toward the center field. And making the catch out there for the Broncos is our center fielder in Jaden Stone. So Battier robbed of a base hit there as he flies out. Nice catch made out there by Jaden Stone out in center. Mason Smith coming up there next. Broncos on the road this week. They're going to be playing in Mitchell, South Dakota against Dakota Wesleyan on Friday afternoon, a doubleheader that gets underway at 12 o'clock noon. Then Hastings returning here next Sunday for a twin bill against Morningside. We'll have the Morningside Hastings doubleheader for you next Sunday here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at about 11:45. 12 o'clock noon for the first pitch next Sunday, Hastings and Morningside here on Extreme Sports. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Mason Smith as he fouls that one away down to third baseline. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter in the batting order here for Waldorf and Mason Smith. Hastings looking for some offense here in game number 2. They went down in order in all 3 innings so far. Next pitch is going to be outside. Down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Mason Smith. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and a strikeout there. Smith goes down. Alex Wilson records his 3rd strikeout of the ball game for the Broncos. And now Seth Mifflin comes to the plate next. Mifflin is a left fielder. He had his single in the first inning. And he was, he's flown out to left field in his other plate appearance here. Mifflin played in game number 1 as well for Waldorf. There's a ball hit to second base. Scooped up there and a throw over to first. And Warriors go down in order here in inning number 4. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning with a score of Waldorf 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there's no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes, sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It's all you can eat and everything you could ever want. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2017 West 2nd, across from the water park in Hastings.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
Hastings College baseball for you here today on Extreme Sports. Second half with a doubleheader between Hastings and Waldorf. It's 2-0. Waldorf has got the lead as the Broncos bat here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Hastings looking for their first base hit of the ball game. There's a high fly ball out toward the center field, coming on and making the catch out there, the center fielder, and Lucas Romero. So the Broncos have failed to reach base in the first 10 guys that come to the plate. They've been down in order the first 3 innings, and now Jaden Stone flies out to center to begin this 4th inning. Now Jordan Albertson, the designated hitter, comes to the plate next. He struck out his first time up there. Albertson did not play for Hastings in game number 1. Takes a whack there and fouls it away. Third base side, he gets out of play. Albertson with a batting average of .286 on the season. He's got 6 base hits, 21 trips to the plate. He's got 4 doubles to his credit, 5 RBIs, 4 base on balls, and 5 strikeouts. Jordan Albertson, the designated hitter for Hastings here in game number 2. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Albertson, number 2 in the batting order for the Broncos here in the second half with the twin bill. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be inside on the lefty. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Dakota Wesleyan continuing leading Langston. Women's college basketball, 35-28. They're in the second quarter. There's a ball that's going to be hit out to center field. That's going to be a base hit. So there you go. The first base hit of the ball game for the Broncos. Jordan Albertson gets a single to center field. So we finally get a base runner here in the 4th. Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next. 35-28, Dakota Wesleyan. We're eyeing that one as the Tigers trying to win their way to join us up in Sioux City next week for the Sweet 16 and the Women's NAIA Women's Basketball Tournament. There's the ball. It's going to be hit to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So back-to-back singles here as Jared Delgado gets a single for Hastings. Albertson moves along to a second base. Delgado is on at first, and now he's going to be a run for out there. So a courtesy runner coming out there at first base. Matt Lucero is going to run at first base for Hastings. Elijah Merritt is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos, the number 4 hitter in the batting order. Merritt grounded out his first time up there. Merritt had a good ball game in the opener, a double, a triple, and a single. Flew out to center field and struck out. His only 2 plate appearances other than that. He fouls away the first pitch here. No balls and 1 strike. Dordt and Briar Cliff will be the other 2 teams in the Great Plains Athletic Conference right now to join Hastings College up in that Sweet 16 of the Women's National Tournament up in Sioux City next week. Dakota Wesleyan looking to become the 3rd team out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Hoping to get 3 out of the 16. No balls and 2 strikes here to Elijah Merritt for Hastings in the 4th inning of play. The Broncos trailing by a couple of runs. 2-0 is the score. Pitch is going to be up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tristan Martinez would be next. Woods look like they have picked up here in the second ball game as Old Gloria is outstretched out in the center field, blowing toward the left field corner. There's a ball that's going to be hit out toward right field. It is deep, going back and making the catch in the ball is going to be Adia Smith. And that records the second out here as Elijah Merritt powers that one out to right field. That's going to drive home a run. Certainly deep enough. Actually, it does not drive home a run as Albertson just moves from second to third in the play. Delgado stays at first base. So it's still a 2-0 ball game. And now Tristan Martinez will come up to the plate next. So runners are out at the corners. Albertson tags up from second to advance to third in the play. Martinez is now at the plate for the Broncos. He flew out to second base his first time up there. And the pitch to him is going to be hit on the ground towards short, fielded there. They throw it to second base, and the inning is over as they catch the force out on Jared Delgado. So the Broncos get a couple of base hits here in the inning, but they put up a goose egg for runs. No runs for Hastings in the fourth inning. Couple of base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the fifth inning of play with a score. Waldorf 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower.
Keep it right here. You are listening to Extreme Sports.
Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Broncos are looking for some offense here in this one. They got a couple of base hits in the fourth inning, but couldn't do anything with it. And Hastings right now trailing Waldorf in the second half with a doubleheader, 2-0, after losing the first half of the Twin Bill, 8-7. Now Waldorf is at the plate here in the fifth inning of play. Got some fans enjoying a early spring-like day here, but nothing to cheer about here today. They've been pretty quiet. There's a ball hit to third base up over the head of Ben Richter, and Rendoni is going to be safe over there at first base with a single here. Just a bad hop over the head of Ben Richter at third base. He goes down and chases the ball down in foul territory, but Rendoni gets aboard with a single. That's the fifth base hit of the ball game now for Waldorf. As Brendan McElvey comes to the plate next, he shows bunt, goes after it. Takes a strike, no balls, and 1 strike. Now Hastings will play in a little bit. Ben Richter in front of the bag down there at third base. Hastings is trailing here in the second ball game, 2-0. Ball hit to the left side. That gets through there for a base hit into left field. Around the bag at second, on his way to third is going to be Rendoni. And now runners are at first and third base here for Waldorf in the fifth inning. Rendoni moves from first to third. McElvey gets the single here. The single to left field, and that's going to bring up Adias Smith next for the Warriors. He is the number 4 hitter in the batting order. Now the Broncos have got some bullpen help up and throwing down there in the third base dugout, the third base bullpen. There's a ball hit to left field. It's going to be grabbed out there. The runner's going to tag up at third base. Here comes a throw in. It's not going to be in time. And a run comes in to score. Adias Smith, he flies out to left field, but that brings home a run. A sac fly there as Cameron Rendoni comes in from a third base to score. It is now a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Warriors. Staying at first base is McElvey, but now there's one man out here in this inning. And Tyler Watalka will come to the plate next. Watalka has struck out twice here in this ball game. He takes a whack at that one. The ball hit to the left side, and it's going to be off of the glove of the third baseman, Richter, and everybody's going to be safe. Ben Richter, the third baseman, moving to his left. A tough play there. He's in front of the shortstop in Crossley, but he couldn't come up with the ball. Watonka is going to get a board here, and that's going to be an error chalked up on Hastings. So Watonka reaches on an error. Now Lucas Romero is going to come to the plate next for the Warriors. Romero with a triple and a double so far today. And he has scored a run. He hits that ball to the left side. That gets through there into left field for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base, and now the bases are loaded here for the Warriors in the fifth inning of play. McElvey is at third base. Watonka is down there at the second base. Lucas Romero is on at first base. Isaiah Martin is coming to the plate next. Martin is the number 7 hitter in the batting order here for the Warriors. He is single and he has flown out to right field as 2 plate appearances in this ball game. 2-0, 3-0 is the score now. The Warriors have got the lead. There's a high fly ball out to center. Going to be grabbed by Jaden Stone. The runner is going to tag at third base. Here comes a throw in. It's going to be cut off. Isaiah Martin is going to fly out to center field, but that produces a run as Brandon McElvey comes in from third base to score. That makes it now a 4-0 ball game in favor of the Warriors. The 2 runners will stay put. Lucas Romero at first base. Tyler Watonka at second base. Dylan Battier is going to come to the plate next for Waldorf. He had a single in the second inning, and he flew out to center field in inning number 4. So he's 1 for 2 here in this ball game. Did not play in the first contest. He takes a strike there on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. 2 men out here for Waldorf with 2 runs in the fifth inning. This is the 7-inning ball game. We went into extra innings in game number 1 as Waldorf beat Hastings 8-7 in 8. So this second ball game, the 7-inning variety here. And Waldorf has got the lead as we work into the top of the fifth inning. Next pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Dylan Battier. Runners on at first and second. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be down low for a ball. Get Hastings on the road next week. They'll play in Mitchell, South Dakota on Friday beginning at noon at Drake Field. Hastings will come home next Sunday to take on Morningside in a doubleheader here at Duncan Field. That one begins at noon. There's a base on balls given up there to Battier as he throws the bat away. Heads down to the bag at first base. And now we're going to have a pitching change coming up here for Hastings College. So a pitching change coming up for the Broncos here in the fifth inning. We'll take a break with a score. Waldorf 4, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
At Bosselman Energy Companies, we take pride in being a trusted partner to our customers, a strong presence in the communities we serve, and a family business that truly cares. Founded in Grand Island in 1948, Bosselman Energy has grown into a diverse group of companies with locations across the Midwest. We supply local communities with essential petroleum products that fuel farms, power industries, and heat homes. With over 70 years of industry experience, Bosselman Energy remains committed to the principles that have guided us from the beginning, ensuring our continued success for generations to come. Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there's no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes, sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It's all you can eat and everything you could ever want. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2017 West 2nd, across from the water park in Hastings.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, the new pitcher for Hastings is going to be Easton Du Bois as he comes on to throw for the Broncos, a junior out of Lincoln. He comes on there with his team trailing by the score of 4-0 here in this ball game. Easton has not got a record so far this year. He has thrown only 1 1/3 innings. He's given up 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned, 4 base on balls and his strikeouts. His earned run average at 40.50. Yeah, he's looking to improve that here today. As his first outing was a little rocky. 1 1/3 innings, he gives up 5 hits and 7 runs. So he comes out there now for the Broncos with 2 men out here in the 5th inning of play. And the bases are loaded. His team is trailing by a score of 4-0. Mason Smith is at the plate. Sometimes managers and coaches just have a funny feeling. They stick guys in there in a position like this, and they come through in flying colors. Easton, certainly his first outing was a little rocky for the Broncos. So let's see what he can do here as he works from the stretch. The bases are loaded here in the 5th inning. Hastings has been out hit in this ball game by the Warriors 7-2. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be in there for a strike in the inside corner. Hey, just looking to get us out of the inning here with no more damage done. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 2 men out here in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. Next pitch is going to be hit into the air. Shallow, right field, drifting back. Your second baseman is going to be caught there by Aliscar Descartes, and the inning is over. So our man, Easton Du Bois, he comes in and gets the job done. He gets us out of the inning. As Mason Smith, he flies out to second base to end the inning. But the Warriors, they come up with 2 runs here. 2 runs on 3 base hits, 1 error on Hastings, and 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score, it is Waldorf 4, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. It is a 4-0 ball game. The Broncos are trailing here in the contest as Hastings comes up to the plate in the 5th inning of play. Mason Mauser will come to the plate here for the Broncos. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order for Hastings. Mauser, then we'll see Descartes and also Crossley coming to the plate here in the 5th. Hastings with only 2 base hits so far in the ball game. There's a ball that's going to be fouled away here on the first base side. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Mason Mauser. Mauser, he flew out to second base his only other time up here in the game number 2. That was back there in the 2nd inning. 4-0. Waldorf has got the lead. There's a pitch that's going to be a little bit outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now. 3-1 to count here to Mason Mauser, who's playing left field for Hastings. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be popped up here, first base side, right at the line, and your first baseman is going to grab that. That is Tyler Watalka. So Mason Mauser flies out to first base here to begin the fifth inning of play. Now Alistar Descartes come to the plate next for the Broncos.
Number 2,
He has grounded out once in this ball game so far. So he comes to the plate with the base pads empty. There's a bouncing ball towards shortstop. It's going to be grabbed there. The throw over to first base. That's going to be in time, but his foot was off of the bag. And the first baseman also dropped the ball. That's Wataka. So Descartes is going to reach base safely. That is going to be a base hit there for Alistar. And now Ronick Crossley will come to the plate next for Hastings. And now the head man for Waldorf is going to come out here and have a discussion with the base umpire. And now they're going to call in the home plate umpire to make sure that ruling is correct down there. And that's going to be a short discussion. So it's going to be Ronick Crossley coming to the plate next for Hastings. Runner is out at first base now for the Broncos. The ball hit to the left side. Nice grab there at third base. The throw over to second for one. Over to first base. That's in time. A double play. Nice job there by Waldorf. A third baseman makes the play of the ball. That's Battier. Quickly he gets it over to second base, and they get the relay throw to first. A double play here. A 5-4-3 double play to get Waldorf out of this fifth inning. Hastings scores no runs on a base hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the sixth inning of play with a score. Waldorf 4, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
You are listening to Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports.
I'm back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. 4-0 is the score. Hastings is trailing Waldorf as the Warriors turn a double play to get out of the fifth inning there defensively. And now they come up here in the sixth inning of play. We're going to have the top of the order coming up here. This is going to be Seth Mifflin coming to the plate to lead things off. Followed by Cameron Rendoni and Brendan McElvey. Waldorf is looking for a doubleheader sweep over the Broncos here on this Sunday after splitting 2 games on Saturday. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out to Mason Mauser out in left field. A diving grab out there. He comes up with the ball. Great catch out there by Mason Mauser as he dives right toward the left field line, hangs onto the baseball, and he records the first out here in the sixth inning. Robs Mifflin have a base hit there. Great job by Mason Mauser out there in left field for the Broncos. And now coming up there is going to be Cameron Rendoni. Rendoni is the second baseman. He has flown out to center field. He has walked. And he has also recorded a single in the ball game. He's recorded a couple of runs scored as well. So Cameron Rendoni up to the plate. He started the day with a batting average of .352 for Waldorf. First pitch is in there for a strike. The second one is going to miss inside. And now the count is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike here to the number 2 man in the batting order, in the Cameron Rendoni. There's one that's going to be hit right to third base, and grabbing the ball there is going to be Ben Richter. And he records the out in Rendoni. So 2 up, 2 down for the Warriors here in this 6th inning of play. Brendan McElvey is the next guy to come into the plate. McElvey has reached on a fielder's choice. He's got an RBI single in the game, and he's got another single and has scored a run. So McElvey comes up there here in the 6th inning. Again, this is the 7th inning, 7-inning variety here after we went extra innings in game number 1. Four to nothing is the score here. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit out toward the center field. Drifting back is going to be Stone, and he makes the catch, and the inning is going to be over here for Waldorf. They go down in order in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score now is Waldorf 4, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale CDJR in Hastings. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop by Dinsdale CDJR today.
Freshen up your home with vibrant flowers this spring. From colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, to seasonal home decor bunnies. Come shop 20% off savings March 17th through March 22nd for our spring open house. Hours for our sale are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Will, Marcus Metcalf back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hastings is trailing in this contest by the score of 4-0. Hastings been out hit by the Warriors here in this second ball game, 7-2. Coming up there is going to be 9-1-2 in the batting order here for Hastings. Ben Richter, Jaden Stone, and Jordan Albertson trying to get something going here offensively. They went down in order the first 3 innings there before Hastings recorded a couple of base hits in the 4th inning. Hastings reaching base in the 5th inning with an error. And that's the only base runners we've had here in this ball game. Ben Richter, he is 0 for 1 in this contest. He flew out to the first baseman in the 3rd inning of play. That one is caught by the second baseman on a line shot there for Waldorf as Cameron Rendoni grabs it. Riley Rauch, the pitcher, had to skip out of the way there. That was a hard shot off of the bat of Ben Richter. Gets by Rauch, but it was caught there right at the bag by Cameron Rendoni as Richter is going to line out to the second baseman for the first out here in the 6th inning. Jaden Stone coming up to the plate next. Stone, he's 0 for 2 in the ball game here. He's flown out twice to center field. Riley Rauch working for the full windup here as he throws out into the plate. It's going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Jaden Stone, who started the day with a batting average of .314. And Hastings will play at Dakota Wesleyan on Friday, back here home against Morningside next Sunday. Beginning at 12 o'clock noon, we'll have the action for you here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at 11:45 again next Sunday morning. Jaden Stone at the plate here for the Broncos. 3 balls and no strikes. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. The Broncos needing some base runners here in the 6th inning. They're trailing by the score of 4-0. There's a pitch by Riley Roush. It's going to be hit toward first base. That's going to be in foul territory. And the countdown is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jordan Albertson would be next, and then we'll see Jared Delgado here in this 6th inning of play. If the Broncos can get something going here. Jaden Stone re-enters the left-hand batter's box. Riley Roush, the right-handed thrower here for the Warriors of Waldorf. Next pitch comes inside, and it gets by the catcher, but running down to first base on the play is going to be Jaden Stone. So a base on ball is given up there by Riley Roush. Albertson coming up to the plate next. That's the first walk of the ball game given up by Riley. He's got a couple of strikeouts. So far as the defense has done a job for him, as the Broncos have recorded only 2 base hits in the ball game. Albertson comes up to the plate next for the Broncos. He hits that ball down toward the line at third. It's going to be in foul territory. Albertson has got a strikeout and he's got a single so far in the ball game. The Broncos put back-to-back singles on the board in the 4th inning. But boy, other than that, not a whole lot to cheer about here in this ball game today. Broncos being shut out here in the nightcap 4-0 after losing the first game 8-7 in 8 innings. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be popped up over here on the third base side, and it's going to get out of play. No balls and 2 strikes now. Women's college basketball, they're in the 3rd quarter now down in Langston. And that's Langston Regional. Dakota Wesleyan continues to hang on as they've got a 44-36 lead. 7:52 to play in the 3rd quarter as the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers look to win their way to Sioux City next week. There's a throw to first base. Diving back in there is going to be Jaden Stone. 1 man out for the Broncos here in the 6th inning. Hastings is trailing 4-0. Albertson is the guy at the plate here for the Broncos. And the pitch to him is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jordan Albertson. Jared Delgado is down here in the on-deck circle for the Broncos on the third base side. He would be next. Roush working from the stretch now. And here comes the next pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. A throw down to second base as the runner was going. Not going to be in time. Stone gets a stolen base. So Jaden Stone gets the stolen base there for Hastings. That's going to be his 6th swipe of the season here. Head first slide down there at the bag is second. So he moves into scoring position. Albertson now with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes here at the plate with 1 man out. As the ball is going to be fouled away here again on the third base side. Hastings 3 out of 12 with runners in scoring position in game number 1. We haven't had a whole lot of chances here in game number 2. We're just, 0 out of 2 so far, runners in scoring position. But we were 3 out of 12 in game number 1. Not getting the timely hit, and Hastings fell in that opener 8-7 to Waldorf. We're trailing here 4-0. But the Broncos with a runner on in the scoring position at second base. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Albertson. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball, and the Broncos have got a couple of base runners now here in the 6th. So the second base on ball is given up there by Riley Roush. The man is up and throwing down in the bullpen now for Waldorf down there. Deep in the right field corner. Now Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next. Delgado grounded out in the 1st inning. And he had a a single in the 4th inning. So he's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He hits that ball out to left field, and that's going to be a base hit down the line. A run is going to score. Coming to a third base is going to be Albertson. He's going to be waved home. Delgado is going to pull up at second base. A 2-run double there by Jared Delgado. So the bats have been silent until now as Jared Delgado unleashes a shot down the left field line. That's going to score 2 runs for the Broncos, and Hastings finally with a little bit of life here in the 6th inning. They score 2 runs here to make it a 4-2 ball game. Jared Delgado with a double down the left field line, and now we're going to have a conference on the mound here for the Warriors as Jared Delgado gets the base hit down the line in the left field. And coming up there next for Hastings will be Elijah Barrett, and we'll see if Riley Roush is going to hang around to throw to him, and he is. So it's a 4-2 ball game now. Hastings is trailing in the ball game. Elijah Barrett is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. He is grounded out and he is flown out here in this ball game. Barrett in the first ball game for Hastings had a double, a triple, and a single. Struck out and flew out to center field. So Elijah Barrett coming up to the plate now with a runner on at second base for Hastings in a 4-2 ball game. Roush comes set, fires under the plate. That's going to be fouled away here on the first base side. The countdown, no balls and 1 strike. Matt Lucero comes out and runs for Delgado down there at second base. So Elijah Barrett at the plate. Lucero is down there at second base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hastings losing the first ball game today 8-7 to a Waldorf in 8 innings. We're in the bottom of the 6th right now. Here comes the next pitch inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A fastball thrown there by Riley Roush that misses. 2-1 is the count down to Elijah Barrett, the first baseman for the Broncos. Roush comes set, looks at the runner at second base. Another look, offers one to the plate. The ball is going to be hit into the air. It's going to be out toward the right field, and the second baseman is going to call for it and make the catch. Rendoni in shallow right field makes the catch there for the Warriors. And that's going to bring up Tristan Martinez next. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So 2 men out now here in the 6th inning with a runner on at second base. 2 runs in for the Broncos here in the inning. Tristan Martinez to the plate next for the Broncos. He is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He's popped one to the second baseman, and he has reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch to him is a curveball. Is going to miss, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. You're listening to Hastings College Baseball here today on Extreme Sports. Our season debut after we wrap up the basketball season here. We still have some more action on the hardwood next week from the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City. Hastings and Bethel of Tennessee in the round of 16 at the NAIA National Tournament next Thursday. 1 o'clock starting time, 12:45 pregame show here on Extreme Sports. If the Broncos win that game on Thursday next week, they would not play again until Saturday. And it would be a 1 o'clock game, I believe, on this Saturday. My memory serves me correct, but I took a look at the bracket earlier today. But Hastings will play next Thursday at 1 o'clock. Here's the ball. It's hit in the air. Martinez lets it fly, but it's going to be caught by the second baseman, and that's going to end the inning. But the Broncos do come up with a couple of runs here in the 6th inning. 2 runs in the 6th, 2 runs on 1 base hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th inning of play. The score is Waldorf 4, Hastings 2. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. 4-2 is the score. The Broncos are trailing the Warriors of Waldorf. Checking the GPAC scoreboard. Women's college basketball, Dakota Wesleyan now with a 2-point lead over Langston, 47-45. They got 5 minutes to play in the third quarter down in Langston. That for a ticket to the NAIA Sweet 16 in Sioux City next week. If Dakota Wesleyan can get there, we'd have 4 teams from the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Dordt has won their way in. Briar Cliff won last night as well, in addition to Hastings. And we're watching Dakota Wesleyan trying to punch their ticket for the Sweet 16 up in Sioux City next week. We've got baseball brewing here. Hastings lost the first game today to Waldorf 8-7. Broncos are trailing here in the second ball game 4-2 as the Warriors come up to the plate here in the 7th inning of play. There's a high fly ball out toward the left field. It's going to be caught out there by Mason Mauser as Adius Smith is going to fly out to left field. Tyler Watolka is going to come to the plate next. So Easton Debuse continues to throw out there for the Broncos. He came on in relief of Alex Wilson. He's a right-handed thrower as he throws out into the plate. Bouncing ball toward first. It's going to be in foul territory. Bronco baseball for you today here on Extreme Sports. Again, Hastings will be on the road next week. The Broncos will play at Dakota Wesleyan on Friday. Back here on Sunday with a doubleheader scheduled for Duncan Field against Morningside. Actually gets underway at noon. We'll have the game for you on Sunday. 11:45 for the pregame show here on Extreme Sports. As we bounce our way from Sioux City back to Hastings a couple of times, hopefully next week. There's a roller toward third base. It's going to be in foul territory. No balls and 2 strikes here to the number 5 hitter, and Tyler Watolka. He had a home run here yesterday over the fence in the right field against the wind. It's his second home run of the season. He's struck out here a couple of times in this ball game and has reached on an error. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Here's the next pitch. Way outside for ball 2-2. Watolka is starting the day with a batting average of .260. He had a single in the first ball game for the Warriors. Waldorf out-hit us in game number 1, 12-7. There's a high fly ball here out in shallow center, but it's going to be grabbed on the skin portion of the infield. Going to be grabbed by the shortstop in Crossley for Hastings. Tyler Watolka is going to fly out. 2 up, 2 down now. And Lucas Romero is going to come up there next. He's got a triple and a double so far in the ball game, along with a single. He's a home run for the cycle. You're not betting on it here in the 7th inning of play. Lucas Romero, a right-handed hitter up here for Waldorf. 2 men out. Pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Lucas Romero started the day with a batting average of .298. He's hit safely in all 3 times he's been up there in game number 2. Easton Du Bois is the pitcher. It's a high fly ball out toward left field. Is going to be grabbed there by Mason Mauser. And the inning is over as Lucas Romero flies out to left field. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with a score. Waldorf 4, Hastings 2. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Industrial Irrigation Services has proudly supplied reliable horsepower to the industrial engine market since 1955. Our entire team is dedicated to fostering long-term relationships with our customers and key suppliers. Honesty and integrity make up the foundation that our business is built upon. Our entire team is ready to deliver the best sales, engineering, parts, and service support you have come to expect over many decades. No matter your industry or the rigorous demands of your application, our team of experts stand ready to serve you. We have been serving our customers and friends for over a half-century, and we look forward to continuing to provide you with the absolute best industrial engine packages and services for generations to come. When you need a solution for your industrial needs, don't just buy horsepower. Invest in reliable horsepower.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field. Got a new pitcher for Waldorf. Cade Hobbs comes into the ball game now. Hobbs, he's got an earned run average of 4.50, making his sixth appearance of the season here. He's thrown 6 innings. He's the closer for the Warriors here. He's thrown 6 innings, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned. 6 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, 250 teams are batting against him. So the Broncos trailing here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 4-2. Coming up to the plate is going to be Mason Mauser. Hastings losing the first game 8-7 in 8 innings. So this is a 7-inning variety. So Hastings will have to come up with a couple of runs here to continue this ball game. Mason Mauser 0 for 2 in this ball game so far. He's popped one to the second baseman, and he's popped one to the first baseman. Mauser's done a great job out there in the left field, though, today defensively for the Broncos. Mauser did have a base hit and 4 trips to the plate in game number 1. So Mauser comes up there, 2 balls and 1 strike here in the 7th inning of play. There's a ball hit down the line in left field. That's going to be in foul territory. Just fouled down there by a foot or 2. Mauser comes back in the right-hand batter's box to grab the club. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Cade Hobbs out there now for Alex Wilson. And also check that for Riley Roush, who went the first 6 innings today for Waldorf. There's another ball hit down the line at third base. Riley Roush gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, 2 base on balls, 2 strikeouts. Through 85 total pitches for Waldorf during his time out there. And now Cade Hobbs is out to try to finish things off here for the Warriors. Pitch is going to be up high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings won the first game of this series yesterday, 9-8 in comeback fashion after giving up 7 runs in the first inning. They came back to win that game 9-8. But then they were beaten 9-1 in the nightcap by the Warriors. There's a ground ball to third base. Long throw over to first. That is going to be in time. So Mason Mauser is retired in the play from third to first. And now Alistar Descartes is going to come to the plate next. Again, 9-8, 9-1 situation yesterday. Again, Hastings winning 9-8, losing 9-1. The Broncos losing 8-7 in the first game here. And now they're trailing 4-2 in the nightcap with one man out here in the seventh inning of play as Descartes comes to the plate. He hits that ball out to a right center field. And that's going to find the cap and it's going to roll to the wall. Alistar is around the bag at the first. He's on his way to second. And he pulls at second base. He may have hurt himself rounding the bag at first. And he's going to limp off a little bit here to the dugout. And now coming out and run for him is going to be Jake Paris. As he comes out here and runs at second base. So the Broncos have a base runner. They're not done yet here in the seventh inning. Crossley's going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. Now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Tyler Welsh is going to come out there. So Tyler Welsh is going to come to the plate here as a pinch hitter for the Broncos. With a runner on down there into second base, it's a 4-2 ball game. So now Welsh represents the tying run coming to the plate here in the seventh inning. And the pitch is going to be fouled away. Welsh so far with a batting average of 120 on the season. He's got 3 base hits and 25 trips to the plate. He has scored a run. He's got 1 RBI. He has walked once and he has struck out 8 times. So Welsh out there now in the seventh inning for the Broncos with a man on at second base in a 4-2 ball game. And the pitch to Tyler Welsh is going to be outside and down low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Broncos trying to come back here in the bottom of the seventh inning to maybe steal one from a Waldorf here in the nightcap. 1-1 is the count with 1 man out. Next pitch is on the way. That ball's going to be hit out toward left field. A long ball out toward left field, and that one is going to bounce their way across the wall. If they just straighten that one out, Tyler Welsh would have a home run. That bounces right into the Mission thrift store across the street, but in foul territory. Wow, that was a hard hit shot, but unfortunately in the foul territory. Welsh comes back to the plate here with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch. That ball's into the ground toward third. A throw over to first base, and that is going to be in time. A little bit to the outside of the first base bag out there to the outfield side, but nice grab by Waitalka over there at first base to record the out.
Now batting, number 23.
So now we got Henchuk is going to come out and bat for Richter. He was the designated hitter in game number 1 for the Broncos. Henchuk with a batting average of .313 in the season. And he was 0 for 4 in game number 1. So he comes out here with a runner out at second base in a 4-2 ball game. The Broncos trying to continue this thing with a couple of runs here in this inning. It's now up to Henchuk to maybe get aboard here for the Broncos. And then we got the top of the order coming up there. So Henchuk is at the plate here with the Cade Hobbs, your pitcher for Waldorf. First pitch was outside the strike zone, 1-0 the count. Hobbs' next offering is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike here. 2 men out in the 7th inning of play. Henchuk, the right-handed hitter here for the Broncos. Hobbs, a right-handed thrower. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be hit down the first baseline as he jams him with a pitch inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Broncos again playing at Dakota Wesleyan on Friday. Action gets underway at noon. Back here next Sunday with a doubleheader against Morningside beginning at noon. Here comes the 1-2 pitch now from Hobbs. Ball is hit again toward third base, fielded there. That is going to be in foul territory. Just across the line down here at third. Home plate umpire out there in a hurry, saying, nope, that's across the line here. So coming back to grab the club is going to be the batter for Hastings. You can hear the wind starting to pick up now as the day wears on here. Eddie Henchuk comes back to the right-hand batter's box to count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 men out, Hobbs again will throw one to the plate. It's going to be popped up again on the first base side. It's going to get out of play. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hastings College baseball action here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hastings down to their final strike here. 1-2 is the count to Eddie Henchuk as he waits here. Here comes the next pitch by Hobbs. It's going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Eddie can get aboard, we'll get to Jaden Stone up there for the Broncos. Hastings down by a couple of runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error for Waldorf. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Hastings College. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the ball game is over as Henchuk strikes out. Strikeout number 1 for Cade Hobbs. And the ball game is over as the Waldorf beats Hastings. Final score of 4-2. 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error for a Waldorf. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Hastings College. So the Warriors beat Hastings in 2 games here today, winning 8-7 in game number 1, winning 4-2 in game number 2. So the Broncos dropped to 3-14 on the season. Now 1-3 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Waldorf improves to 7-12. They're now 3-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Again, the Broncos losing the nightcap final score 4-2. Back with the final totals after this. You are listening to Bronco Baseball.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there's no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes, sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It's all you can eat and everything you could ever want. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2017 West 2nd, across from the water park in Hastings.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
So the Warriors of Waldorf, they win both ends of the doubleheader here today, winning 8-7 in the first ball game, 4-2 in the second contest. The Broncos with only 4 base hits here in game number 2 as Waldorf picks up the win over the Broncos. Waldorf scoring a run in the second inning of play, a run in the third, 2 more in the 5th inning. Hastings getting a couple of runs in the 6th, but it wasn't enough as Waldorf knocks off Hastings today 4-2. For the Broncos, it was Alex Wilson getting the start for Hastings here in the second ball game. He lasted 4 2/3 innings, gave up 7 hits and 4 runs. He had 3 base on balls and 3 strikeouts. Easton Du Bois came on and threw 2 1/3 innings and finished things off for the Broncos. Riley Roush going to be the winning pitcher for the Warriors. He went the first 6 innings today. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs with a couple of base on balls and 2 strikeouts. Cade Hobbs came on and threw the final inning and gave up a 1 base hit for the Warriors. But Waldorf comes to town, beats Hastings 8-7 in the first game, 4-2 in the second ball game. Stick around. We got the Bronco post-game show coming up next. You are listening to Bronco Baseball.
You've been listening to Hastings College Softball, brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for health care. By Bob Sass Flowers, 2618 West 2nd, serving Hastings since 1955. By Tom Dinsdale, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 2800 Osborne Drive East in Hastings. By Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill. Enjoy great food, good service, and a warm, friendly atmosphere at 2017 West 2nd. By Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney. By Industrial Irrigation, reliable horsepower since 1955. By Bosselman Energy, a fuel supplier and distributor offering gas, diesel, aviation fuel, biodiesel, ethanol, and propane. By the Livingston Butler Volin Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Hastings. By Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. By Highland Dairy. And by Teammates of Nebraska. Stay tuned. The Bronco postgame show is up next on your exclusive home for Bronco sports, Extreme Sports.
Rev up your energy and fuel your body with the protein punch you've been craving. When it comes to nutrition, Highland Dairy has a wide range of locally made products. Discover tasty ways to a stronger, healthier you with Highland's range of yogurts, smoothies, flavored milk, and cottage cheese. For parents with picky eaters and trendsetters looking to jump on the revival of cottage cheese, Highland has what you need to hit your protein goals. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
The Bronco postgame show is brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney.
I'm back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Again, the Broncos dropping both ends of the doubleheader today, 8-7 and 4-2. Head coach Steve Maddock will join us here on the postgame show. And Coach, I think a frustrating day for the Broncos. Lost one in the first game where we thought probably should have won the ball game, and in the second ball game couldn't come up with the offense. Feelings on the Twin Bill today?
Well, definitely let one slip away in the first one. You know, up by 2 outs. That one's going to hurt for a little bit. So second game, you know, we just didn't swing the bats the way we needed to. So I thought overall the pitching was pretty good today. I know Marcus Miller struggled a little bit in the first inning, the first game, but then he, you know, got stuff together and did a good job for us. And, you know, we just got to we can't let those opportunities slip by us. So, but there's a lot of good things we're doing out there, and that's what I told the guys after the game, focus on the good things we're doing and keep working. And I think in the end, we're going to be fine.
In the first ball game, we told up you were 3 out of 12 with runners in scoring position. We talked about it in the pregame show, coming up with the timely hits, and that's the sort of things that's kind of bugging us so far this season.
Yeah, our approach isn't where it needs to be right now. We're swinging at pitches we don't need to be swinging at. We're taking ones we need to be driving in the gaps, and you know, it's back to work tomorrow, and you know, that's something that's hamstrung us since we started this year. You know, coming up with the runners on scoring position. So we got to do better.
Talk about Marcus's outing. James Velasquez had a very similar result yesterday as he struggled in the first inning and then kind of settled down and threw pretty well. Marcus gave up some runs in the first inning, and then he had a stretch there where he retired 11 guys in a row. So he really settled into the ballgame. Yeah,
that's something actually coaches and I were talking about earlier, is if you would have bet us that those two guys would have gave up 10 runs in the first inning combined, we would have took that bet. But you know what? The big thing is they stay composed. They made their pitches the rest of the game, and you know, they battled, and that's all we can ask from these guys.
One thing about both teams showed a lot of heart in the first ball game, battling back. You guys had the lead. Waldorf had the lead. We had the lead late, and then they got the run there in the eighth inning to win the thing.
Yeah, again, that one's going to hurt for a while. But you know what? Like I said, we're doing a lot of good things. We're going to continue to do good things. And, these guys, you can see after this weekend, these guys don't give up. They keep fighting. And as long as we keep doing that, good things will happen.
Well, what are you seeing out there that's pleasing? I know defensively we're playing a pretty darn good baseball defensively.
Yeah, no doubt. I know we didn't have any errors the first game. Second game maybe.
Nope.
No. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Thing is now, we got Jace Valdez, our shortstop, who's down with a hamstring. Elise Descartes just came up with an ankle. He had the ankle surgery last year, hurt his ankle in that last at bat. We got to get guys healthy. When we got our top guys in there, it definitely makes us a lot better ball club.
Next weekend, road trip to Dakota Wesleyan on Friday, and then you come back here and face Morningside on Sunday. Morningside always a good ball club, and Dakota Wesleyan usually pretty good too. So a tough road trip next week on Friday, and then back home on Sunday.
Yeah, it's that's a lot in 2 days with a day in between. But as long as we show up and play our game, and like I said, limit the mistakes and definitely the middle mistakes. I think we can compete with anybody.
Okay, we'll see you next weekend.
Thank you.
All right, again, Hastings College losing both ends of the doubleheader today, losing 8-7 in the first ball game, dropping one 4-2 in the second contest. Steve Maddock, the head coach for Hastings, joining us on the post-game show. We'll take our final break and come back after this. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
So the Broncos losing both ends of the doubleheader tonight. Hastings now 3-13 in the season, we dropped to 3-14 in the season now, 1-3 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, playing at Dakota Wesleyan next Friday, and then back at home on Sunday with a doubleheader against Morningside. We'll have the Morningside-Hastings twin bill for you next Sunday, beginning at 11:45. First pitch will be at 12 o'clock noon here at Duncan Field. Our next action is going to be on Thursday from the NAIA National Tournament up in Sioux City. Hastings taking on Bethel of Tennessee. The ball game will get underway at 1 o'clock next Thursday. We'll have pregame coverage beginning at 12:45 from the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City. Again, the Broncos losing the first game 8-7 in 8 innings. They dropped the nightcap by a score of 4-2. That wraps up things from Duncan Field here in Hastings. For Extreme Sports, this is Mike Will.
The Bronco Post brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings and Kearney. Hastings College Baseball is an exclusive presentation of Extreme Sports.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab of Hastings is the trusted name in sports injury management. The staff of PTSR provides up-to-date and efficient